Okay, so this is my camp bag. This is what I would leave back wherever everybody else is, because my role being the scavenger, I would be picking up items, and when I come back, I'm dropping off whatever I don't need to take out with me next time. So this is stuff that I leave back at camp. I have, so let's start with clothing. If it's raining, I might take it with me, but I have my trench coat. That's in the bottom of my bag, mostly to pad everything else, so if I drop the bag, I don't break anything, set off my glow sticks, blah 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 blah. We'll get into that later. Socks. Never have enough socks. Your feet are wet, everything sucks. Literally. If your feet are wet, everything sucks. Hat, obvious. Keep the sun in your eyes. Moon hat, good hat. Mechanic's gloves. I have other gloves that I take with me. These would be back when I'm working on something, when I'm chopping wood, that kind of thing. Well, hunting gloves. If I go out hunting, yeah, I take these with me. But those are my hunting gloves. They have no fingers, so I can use my knife. I can use my tomahawks. I can't use my tomahawks if I have gloves on. I really can't throw them. It sucks. They make me really inaccurate because I can't feel where my hand is on the handle. I know the texture of the handle on my SOG very, very well, and I can tell exactly how far down my hand is on my SOG. I'm rambling. Solar charger for my phone, and battery pack. I can charge batteries. Garrette. I have one on my go bag that I'd be carrying with me. A little longer than this one. This is more just for, hey, if I need to undo the other one, I still have one. Yada yada yada. Okay, continuing. Container. It's a flask. I like flasks because they're really rugged, hard to break. I've never destroyed a flask. I've dented them. I have a few of them just like this. I have some leather cover ones, whatever. Duct tape. Electrical tape happens to fit inside the duct tape perfectly. Things that fit perfectly. Awesome. And a compression bag. Just, not a compression bag, a dry bag. To keep. This is a tent. It's kind of teepee shaped. More of a, not a ground cloth, but kind of like a lean-to cover, I guess. Store food, bunch of Cliff Bars, high calories. Books. These are books that show how to make random crap. So like, there's a fishing spear. Those are snowmen. This is University cardboard box. Making a canoe. Archery. Banjos. Snowshoes. It's showing how to make everything from, I mean, camp without a tent. Yeah, I've read through this several times. It's just old crafts, and this is the Special Forces Survival Guide. I've posted a bunch of stuff out of it. No need to explain it. It's a survival guide. Large knife. Now, it's really sharp. I use it for skinning deer. That's the only reason it's in here. That's basically it. Shovel. There's my shovel. Well used, obviously. That's it. Fully extended. That comes out and then you twist it and it kind of like screws back. Folds out, obviously. I lost my balance. I'm on a knee, so I lost my balance there. This edge here, I've sharpened so I can use it to cut roots. And in the butt of it, this unscrews. Inside the handle is this saw, and the butt piece comes off, turns around, goes over it, and screws back on there, and it holds securely to a saw. Now up here, glow bracelets. They're just glow sticks. Trail marking, anything, whatever. Sleeping bag, self-explanatory. Handles for my trail tomahawk. which they're wood handles. I just have them in case I break one, so I don't have to carve another one. Don't waste calories. BB gun that I chop a bunch of pieces off, so it's really light. It's just a pump master. It's your basic Daisy pump master, and it can take little pellets too with this little clip, and a bunch of BBs in it. But it's just a pump up, so I don't have to have CO2 cartridges or anything, and I can still point and shoot, aim it pretty well. Rabbit, squirrel hunt, small animals, small game. Not as loud and easier to get ammo for it. Now I'm going to go through each of these smaller bags and boxes that are in my main bag. This is tools, fire starting equipment, I believe, lighters and strikers for sparks and such, and this is just misc. So I'm going to pause it, and I'll put everything that I'm not going through anymore away that I've already gone through. I'm going to go through each of these individually. Okay, this is the stuff that was in this bag. It's my tool bag. So in here I have nails. I'm just going to throw things back in here as I find them. Nails, knife sharpener. It's a diamond, has a coarse and fine side. It folds up inside of itself. It's a Smith's. It's real nice. It's got a groove in it for sharpening your fish hooks and all that. Pretty kick-ass little sharpener. I love it. A rasp and file. It's got a coarse file and a smooth. Not a coarse and a smooth. A flat file on one side and a round file on the other because it's rounded. And a rounded rasp and flat rasp. Woodwork, making traps. This is for making char cloth. It's just, instead of using an Altoids can, it's some kind of, I guess it was candle wax, or not candle wax, yeah, candle wax adhesive, something like that. Bicycle inner tube for making ranger bands. A bunch of these in my hiking pack, or scavenging pack, whatever. Or if I find a bunch of scrap wires I might need to put together. This is a clip that goes on to like your standard bottle of water, Coke bottle, whatever, and let you clip it on your belt. Awesome addition to any kit. If you find one, get it. They're really useful. Funnel helps filling with your helps to fill your flasks with water. A pulley and some chain brakes. Pulleys are really useful because they cut the load in half that you're lifting. If it takes 20 pounds to lift something, say it would take 10 pounds to lift it, it's just really useful to have it in case you have a tree stand, say, and you have a rope going over a pulley up in the tree stand. So you would be able to pull that rope and bring your wheels up or whatever. This is a ratchet that can hold 1/4 and 1/2 bits, one on each side. It swivels off to the side up to I think it's 180, yeah. And fitting the half side, I have what's called a gator grip, and it's a socket that accepts a myriad of different types. It accepts nearly every type of bolt head, as long as it's, I mean, within the parameters of this. I think it's 1 1/4 to I want to say 3/8 bolt, but I keep it on there, keep it folded like that, and fits in there. like I said, it fits a bunch of different bolts. Baling wire, tying stuff together, making traps, whatever. Now in these Altoids cans, they just have loose shit. So I have carabiners in this one, a little switchblade button right there, just a little cheap ass switchblade. It's a knife. I don't care that it's a switchblade at all, really. Just a small knife, and a bunch of curved needles. I chose curved ones just because you can get a lot more force behind them when you're sewing, so you can sew through other thicker material. And you can suture with them easier than a straight needle, and a lot less painful. Even though suturing in itself is extremely painful. But anyway, I'm rambling. Standard Swiss Army knife. Everything but the kitchen sink. I really want to get the Hercules model, but this is a nice compact one. Flashlight, just a little one, and one of those little keychain. There's another needle. One of those little keychain Swiss Army knives. Cheap ass, but they work good for some things. Just to have a little knife on you, it's better than nothing. That's in that one. Clips. Say you got a chain and you need to close a fence just so it doesn't blow open. Let your dog out or something, whatever. Southwire electrician's multi-tool. It's got a box cutter in it, replaceable blade. Phillips screwdriver, and obviously it's going to have a bottle opener in it. Everything's got a fucking bottle opener in it, even though you never use a bottle opener. That's for pulling electrician staples, like that hold wires to the 2x4s. But I imagine it would work for a disgorger to get fish hooks out of a fish. I like that it's curved. It'd be easier to get them out like that. Drywall saw. Love these things. They'll cut through anything within reason. Don't quote me on that. They're not going to cut through metal, steel, whatever. It's got a rasp on the back of it, kind of a crappy rasp, which is why I have that other one, but it'll work. And a nice solid butt end on it, and it weighs quite a bit. It's not overly heavy, but it weighs enough that you can use it as a hammer. I gave it a try as an electrician and didn't end up using it much because it was too heavy. It weighed my pocket down. But if it's just in a kit and you're using it, it doesn't weigh as much as a hammer does, and it has all the other functions with it. Just a cheap ass break off box cutter, lock on it. Something you never really expect to find in a survival kit. Chainsaw tool. I took the I'm not going to pull that tape off because it's going to be a pain in the ass to get back on. I took the tip that was shaped like a flathead screwdriver and ground one side down, so it's got a little bit of knife blade on it. You can use it as a prying tool, a digging tool, to drill a hole in a log, and you just stick a stick through here and twist it back and forth and drill a hole through it. Pound it into something to use as a pulley or a step, like to get up to a tree stand. Obviously you have the sockets because it's a wrench, a hammer, sideways, whatever. Oh, a couple writing utensils, pen, pencil, another flashlight, it's pen light, a little brighter than that one. Flare, this one's solid red. I don't remember what this is called, crochet hook or something. But what I would use it for is I would take the awl, which a lot of Swiss Army knives have, mine does, but I never liked the little hole through it. Never fits the thread I want, or the thread I want to use is natural fiber, so it doesn't want to thread through the hole. Well, now I can just push this through the hole, hook it, and pull it back through. A little keychain with pencil sharpener for a carpenter's pencil, just because it's really big and I can fit a stick in there, twist it to cut tinder, and a can opener. One of the bigger GI can openers on it. I think it's an M4 or something, whatever they call it. I don't know their abbreviation. A very small flask full of lighter fluid for like a Zippo, because it's easy to light. And I had a Zippo in here, but I used it too much. And solid orange flare. It just lights up. It's kind of got a directional light to it, but that would be a tent marker flare for if you gotta take a piss, you don't want to turn around and walk away. A little Ruco. They're kind of a rip-off of the standard buck knives, but this one's a little 6-inch Ruco. A little bit of rust on it. I need to clean. Nope, that's not rust. That's dirt. But yeah, it goes in there. Once again, another tool I had when I was an electrician. And I quit carrying it because this broke off. I didn't quit carrying it, I put it in my tool bag. But yeah, that little thing broke. So it's not going on a belt until I fix that, which I could, but I'm rambling. I need to stop. This video is going to be like 3 hours long. And a folding draw knife. Now, I would use this for carving chair legs, benches, etc. Tools, making handles for axes, knives, etc. And it goes in on top of everything else and kind of takes over the space. And then I have GI face paint, because tactical, and just black face paint. It's in there, Halloween makeup. That's all that's in this box. Next, we'll move on to another one of the open packages. Okay, this is what was in that blue box, the watertight box. Not a lot of stuff in there, but some stuff. BBs for the BB gun. Just a little snuts box. Pellets for the BB gun. There's hollow points, flat points, and conical points in there, which have varying effects on however they hit, supposedly. Those are little lead pellets. It doesn't fucking matter on them. Mirror, signaling, whatever. One is an up close and one is standard. You can't see my face, haha, because the phone's in the way. And I'm not showing my face through these videos, by the way, because paranoia, government, you know the deal. I have fishing supplies in here. One of the fishing supplies is a roll of 10-pound test Omniflex, just fishing line. There's no longer 700 yards on here. I'd say there's probably maybe 650, but I did a small fishing reel with this before I put it in here. Crappy bites, bait, they're kind of stuck together, but I mean, I've caught anything from bass to catfish on these, and if you catch a perch, you can use it to catch other fish. It's a game fish, technically you're not supposed to, but hey, survival situation. I catch a little fish, I'm gonna go for a big fish. Tabasco packets, because Tabasco. I like Tabasco. I like spicy food. Tabasco is kind of a moral boost, not a moral, a morale boost for me. Collapsible cup. Just one more thing that's in there. Collapsible cup, obviously, it's for drinking. Folds up nice and small. Matches, fire starting, strikers. Water purification tablets, obviously for purifying water. It's iodine, so one of them will purify it, the other takes the iodine taste away. Yarn, string, whatever you want to call it. Good fire starter. Soak it with some of the lighter fluid out of the other kit. make a lamp with it, whatever, use it as wick material, find a beehive, make candles. Fish hooks, very small ones, because if I can catch a small fish, I can catch a big fish. Paracord bracelet, way too small for me, way too colorful, found on the side of the road. Not too sure about the strength of the paracord, being that it's very colorful. I would say it's probably 80-pound commercial test. Commercial grade, whatever the fuck they want to call it. Flashlight. Can never have too many flashlights. Use batteries to make fire. I went to the Jamboree 2010. Bought this backpack. It's a really light day pack, and it folds up to the size of my hand. It's got an outer pouch, which is this inside out, and then it has a big pouch. And it's not a huge backpack, but it's a nice day pack. That's everything that goes in here, and there's a little more space if I need to put something else in there, like my phone, where it needed to be waterproof. And that just snaps side to side. Wrong about this bag. It has some fire starting supplies, but it's not all my fire starting stuff. I bet that's what's in there. It had in it a day pack. It's a drawstring at the top and has a zipper across the bottom. I like to use this for gathering plants, just because I can unzip it and look all the way through it, and I know that I've gotten everything out of it. Jute twine, obviously, fire starting, making bird's nests. Petroleum jelly, making lamps, which I shouldn't need because I have so many damn flashlights. But lamps, lighting fires, soak some jute twine that's been shredded up in it, and it fucking kicks ass. But yeah, it's petroleum jelly, and you could use it to protect cuts, burns, scrapes, etc. And a belt, because I might lose my other belt. This is kind of a cheap ass belt, but it holds up, so I kept it here. Also, maybe I'm not wearing my belt that day. Usually I am wearing a belt, but I've been caught with my pants down, so whatever. And that all fits in this bag. Okay, in this little bag, not much in there. A couple of big lighters, brightly colored, so if I drop them, I can see them. Ferro rod, nothing special about it. Literally just a really fucking thick ferro rod and striker. It's Kugelhands or something, I can't pronounce that. And a book of stormproof matches, FNMRE. Nothing really special.